So this video is going to help you find the intersection of two curves. The example we'll be working with comes from a calculus class. If you want to just type in these two equations in your equation editor, you can follow along. So the first one is 6 sine x minus 3 sine of 2x. Of course, the sine key is down here. And then the second equation is just a constant function, 12 over pi. Now to graph this, let me share with you my window. I'm going to go from 0 to pi. And the scale, at least initially, I'll type it in as, say, pi over 2. Second key, and the up arrow key, divided by 2. And when I press the enter key, what you'll see is that that nice symbol is going to get replaced by a decimal. And on the y-axis, let's go from, say, 0 to 8. Although once you have your value set in the x direction, you can press the zoom key and then the number 0, and it'll fit the graph perfectly to your window. So here's my graph. There's the first one. There's the second one. I want to find these points of intersection. So to do that, start by hitting the second key, then the trace key. That'll take you up to the calculate menu. Notice so you see that up here in the blue. Second and then trace. The option that we're interested in is the fifth option, intersect. Either scroll down and press enter or simply type the number 5. Now it's going to ask you for a point close to the point of intersection. So we're going to cursor over there, cursor to the left. And it's nice to get close, but you don't have to get right on top of it. You're going to end up pressing the enter key a total of 3 times. 1 for a point on the first curve, 1 for a point on the second curve, and an initial guess. Now I just press enter 3 times. I don't bother trying to scan around a little bit, but there you go. There's your point of intersection. And the cool thing is that you've got this value here in X. It's stored in this key right here. So let me show you that. Keep an eye on these first few digits, 1.238. So I'll clear out of here. Now let's just type the value X like that. Beautiful. It's right there. And if I need to work with this a little bit, I can. So I can take, excuse me, I can take and store that value, take X and hit the store key. And let's store it in something other than, X. So I can do alpha and then A. Beautiful. So now if I need to use that for some further calculation, say like A squared or 2 times A or whatever I'd like, it's going to be there. So for instance, let's do 3 alpha A. It should give me something around, I don't know, I guess 3.71. There we go. But that value is stored in A for further use. Let's go back and revisit our graph and find one more point of intersection. Now I'm going to relabel the x-axis. So let's go down here and do things on a scale of, say, 0.5. That way I get tick marks a little bit more often. And I can see that, well, that looks like it's about a 3 there. So I should have a point of intersection a little bit less than 3. Let's see if that holds true. Second, trace. Takes me to the calculate menu. Option 5 is for intersection. Let's come all the way over here. And, something close to 2.8. So that's close enough to our point of intersection. Remember, we're going to press enter 3 times. Once for the first curve right here, once for the second curve, and once for good luck. There you go. Actually, it's something that the calculator wants, but there's our point of intersection. It's about twice what the previous one was, a little bit more than that. And like the previous one, it's now stored in X. So if I type in the X, beautiful. And if I want to store that, say, in the value B, I'll type X, store, alpha, and then this time I'll press the apps key, which is where you'll find the B. So I've got those 2 points of intersection now stored in A and B. Awesome. Hope you found this helpful. We'll see you on the next one.